Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast with Dylan and Akram. We are here to review episode 3 of Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, just released. I thought it was an overall okay episode. I'm not totally crazy about the series, but we're going to dive into what we like and what we didn't like. So, Akram, take us away.
Yeah, I thought that it was that's the thing with the series so far. It's like it's okay, but then we keep giving an excuse like it's catered for this type like group. This episode, I felt like it was really fun towards the end. But it's strange because they're giving a lot of emphasis on like her family ties. While that's important in the comics, I wonder how that's going to play in subsequent episodes or if there's another season. All in all, though, I felt like kind of the same thing like episode 2. Like they kind of felt like the same. Yeah,
we get a little bit more like backstory like towards her. Well, I mean, we've mentioned there's a big divergent from her comic origins. But there is some ties to Marvel Comics. So these characters are the clandestines, which are like ancient jinns from like history's past and stuff. And also, if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw that that temple they were in the beginning actually was the Ten Rings circle. So I found that actually really interesting. I have a theory on that. But yeah, so apparently they're from another dimension and they're trying to get home. But they turn villains like really quick. I was surprised.
very
it's like
fast.
we only had like a few moments. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we just got introduced to them, and now all of a sudden they're like turning on her and shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, they were straight Revos.
Yeah, straight up. Like these motherfuckers cold.
Damn.
They pulled out like all these like yeah. I thought their weapons were cool though.
Oh yeah, that was really neat. I like that whip guy. He was wearing like a Versace belt that turned into like
I
a
was about to
sword.
say like that's like when your mom like gets really mad at you and she pulls out the belt of like death and shit.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's like a semiotic thing.
I feel like one of them should like pull out like a metal chunkla or some shit.
Oh no. Yeah, they might as well. They were pulling shit out of thin air. I was like, I'm kind of confused about their origins. I don't know much about the clandestines. I must say though, because like with Miss Marvel, her powers look very, I mean, obviously they're very different from the comics, but I feel like they're trying to tie it really closely in general to Captain Marvel, right? And so we do see a Kree hand that's blue, and they took the bracelet from that Kree. I'm very confused because like I feel like that bracelet's like very like cultural. Yeah, I'm just confused. I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Bear resemblance.
Well,
In a
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like a lot of like civilizations could have started like with alien origins. Like look at
Yeah.
like Black Panther or Shang-Chi, right? Like how many
True.
cultures in the Marvel universe could you say have had like extraterrestrial like origins?
That's
So
true.
it could be that too. But yeah, it's a diverge. But I like I said in the last episode, I think they're appropriating from like ancient like Pakistani mythology. Obviously, they're trying to like use the lore of their culture to kind of like adapt it to this heroine, right? To make it seem like more culturally like relevant.
Mm.
But I mean, it was all right episode. Like we get like some more, like her dealing with like her, cultural identity conflicts in a way, and also like she's got stuff going on with Bruno because he's finally got accepted into this university. So, and then also like her friend Nakia, she's and also meant I forgot the was a damage control. We got a lot more like conflict with them too, but then they end up being like the heroes at the end of the episode, too, which is so ironic.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess. Well, the thing is, why I'm confused is like, yeah, because like the forefront is just the cultural stuff and like Kamala dealing with issues, and so you bring other characters in, and it's just like when do we again? It's episode 3, so like for some reason I feel like I don't know if it's because we've been doing reviews like so much, but I feel like this is like episode 6 of Miss Marvel. Is that a good thing? Probably, because we've been talking about Obi-Wan and it has like a really fast pace. So maybe like, and I think this is like 9 episodes, right, for Kamala, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope we get more into the Cree slash clandestine thing rather than the cultural thing. Like that's cool. I really liked it because we talked about episode 2 significantly. I felt like
Mhm.
that was really awesome.
Also, like, what does her grandmother or her nanny have to, like, contribute to that? Because she saw, like,
I
the
don't know.
visions
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So I was like, is she, like, also, like, a descendant? Well, I guess that was her great-grandmother in the beginning, right? Um, that was with, or her Aisha, her name is, right? She was, like, friends with Najima. So, like, and also, like, is there another Bangle out there? Like, who's to say, like, where is that one, right?
I
Because there's
hope
only
not,
one.
man.
We only saw one because they said, like, "Oh, there should be 2." So it's
I,
like, I don't know. It's
this
strange.
this is like so mixed with like again we said this last episode Black Panther, Iron Fist, now Shang-Chi. I'm just like so far it's so like it's like an amalgamation. um I don't mind it, like again, like as the show in general I don't mind it. I just feel like it's weird how they went about it. um Again, it's only episode 3, so it's not so convoluted. I can't say super convoluted because it's only episode 3, which is great. So they're getting through like a lot of stuff. Um,
I mean, like I've said, it's like it just feels like a cultural identity, like sitcom with like
mhm.
funny moments, but like also heartfelt moments, and it's less about the superhero stuff and more about like a coming of age story, kind of like her
Yeah,
like trying to find like who she is, like she's trying to cross both worlds in a way, no pun intended, but
yeah,
um but yeah, like you said, it's only episode 3, so we only have uh like 7 episodes left for this season. So
that's a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
that's plenty of time to
it's a
explain
slow
things.
burn.
Yeah.
But I feel we'll get through it. But I don't know. How will it tie to the bigger Marvel universe? I don't know. Like will she? And I kind of want to like see her costume, like her actual costume that she gets. Like she got the mask in this episode, which I thought
Mhm.
was cool. And I thought that was cool. Like the that priest from the mosque gives it to her. Like he's like the Muslim Uncle Ben, I guess,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
a way.
yeah.
Um, but any other thoughts you had on this episode?
Uh, well, not really, to be honest with you. I felt like the fight was okay. It was pretty fun. I don't know if I really like Cameron as a character yet. I don't know what role he'll play later on. And I don't know what role this show will play in the MCU. It doesn't have to necessarily play a role, but when anything multi-dimensional kind of plays like a big role to the MCU. So I think it's really cool to have like this character that's like so low key, but like plays a big part in MCU. I think that'll be really cool. And also representation does matter too. So I think that's awesome. Kevin Feige, everyone has recently announced that in the coming months they're going to reveal more of the next phase of the MCU. So I wonder if whatever happens to Miss Marvel will tie into that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have much, but like I said, I do have a theory. I have a feeling, because we saw at the end of Shang-Chi, like there is like a bigger tie-in with the Ten Rings. I have a feeling there is somewhat of a similar connection to this bangle item. I don't know if it's gonna be like an Infinity Saga thing where like they find like these random like items and they're somehow like related. But I have a feeling like what if it's like scroll related because we do have Secret Wars coming up. Um, and maybe this is like their way of like how they like invade planets and stuff. Like I don't know. It's really hard to say because like I don't know much about the clandestines either. But like, there is a bigger picture coming, so who knows?
Yeah.
But as Phase 4 closes, we don't have that many projects left, honestly.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
is this the last TV show coming out for Phase 4, or is there another thing coming?
Well, keep in mind we have the Guardians holiday special. We have Wolf by Midnight or whatever it's called, like the Halloween special. But those are oh, we also have I Am Groot coming in August. Expected review. Probably, I think it's gonna be like a whole season just released. But besides that, it isn't a lot that's special. So we don't know much about movies coming out. We're gonna get more information pretty soon, apparently, from what Kevin Feige said. I think that's gonna be awesome. I'm really stressed too with having to do the reviews for those. Oh,
You
we have
guys don't
She-Hulk.
even know.
We have
Oh,
She-Hulk
that's
as
right. I
well.
forgot we had She-Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that might be the last like um big
like
series.
major things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then after that, it's like little things, and then the announcements, right? I'm hoping so. Since this episode wasn't like all that, before we wrap up, I just want to hear your thoughts on what we might see in the future, or what Kevin Feige might reveal later on.
Well, I definitely think Fantastic Four is in the works.
Mm.
Especially because so many heroes now are local, staying like in that like kind of like New Yorkish area. And we've already seen like Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange. So it wouldn't surprise me if we started seeing more like revelations, like what the Fantastic Four of the MCU could be like. I don't know what's going on with X-Men, honestly. It's kind of like up in the air right now, but I know they're working on it. So we'll just have to be patient and just hope that they give us, more teases. Because I would really love a Doctor Doom in the MCU. I think he could
Oh
be so
yeah.
like prevalent as like the next like Thanos. But of course, Kang, he's still out there too. Like, what's going on with Loki too? Because we haven't had much like what's going on with like Loki and Sylvie too. That was such a big cliffhanger.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think Wanda's story is kind of like wrapped up now. But we could see more of like Bucky and Falcon too. It's possible. But there's so many heroes in the universe, and I think that's one thing that at least like with Miss Marvel, it's like it's an opening for so many smaller, projects or like smaller names, right? Like look at Moon Knight, um, or like the Midnight Suns. Blade, I would love as a series, but I know he's getting his own movie. Oh, wait, is it a movie or a TV series? I forgot.
Movie, which
Movie.
is
Okay.
weird. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine a TV series, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd actually prefer it as a TV series. Um, But yeah, so any predictions or final thoughts for this episode?
No, that's it for me. If you made it to the end in the short video, thank you so much for watching. We just released the last Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 6 review, so please check it out. You can check out our full playlist for that, and also check out our playlist for Miss Marvel. So far, we think it's okay, as you've seen in this video. And at the time of this recording, Hero Gasm is coming up. We can't wait to review that from the boys.
Spicy.
Sexy. So how you doing, Wendy? So yeah, so again, if you're new to this channel, we do week by week reviews for a lot of shows that are pretty relevant. We also do like predictions and reactions and all that jazz, so just check out our playlist. We really appreciate you for watching. So Dylan, take us away.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for your patronage. For if you made it to the end of this episode, like Akram said, we have a lot of great other content out already. You can check our playlists out. We always have content planned out for at least like the next 3 months. But definitely check out our episodes, because we don't just do reviews. We also do like theory predictions. We also talk about like events, like video game events, like Summer Game Fest, E3, all that stuff. And check us out on our Instagram. We update regularly on our Instagram stories, like what's going on, what we have planned out. So that's fun. And sometimes we just mess around and we have fun here on the podcast. And yeah, check us out Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course our YouTube channel. Give us a sub, really helps the channel out. But thank you again, guys, and until then, thank you for having lunch with us.
See you guys.